Welcome to the Recreation Nova Scotia Board of Directors video training series. This training series is made possible by a grant from the Nova Scotia Voluntary Sector Professional Capacity Trust. And this video is on monitoring organizational performance. As a board member, this is a key responsibility. Is the organization accomplishing what it should? And remember, there's a difference between activity and accomplishment. You can have lots of activity but not get much done, and that has little value. So you need to look at what did we get done. Think of it as that checklist. Yes, we can check that off. Match the accomplishments to the business plan. Because if you'll remember from our previous series, you approved a business plan which were the things that you were going to do. And in that you had included some standards so that you knew if you were getting them done well or not. Go back and look at that. Are we on track? Are we doing it in such a way that's suitable and approved? You had some policies we've talked about. Maybe you have policies around moral fundraising, around conflict of interest, around treatment of customers. Lots of examples. But are we doing the business of the organization in the way that we want it done, that's consistent with our values? Is the cost reasonable? Are we making as much money as we thought we would? When you did the budget and matched that to the business plan, you had attached numbers of revenue that would come in, and you had numbers for how much money we'd have to spend to deliver the program. Are they in line? Are they on target? Is this program or product or service really benefiting those we exist to serve? And remember, in our vision discussion, we talked about the desire to make a dramatic difference in the lives of those we serve. Is this having the difference you want? If we're not achieving the results that we expect from the activity, as a board member, you have an obligation to take action. Now, this may seem a daunting task, so it's important to think about how we're going to do it all. You've got several sources of information. The priorities you've approved, the business plan that came forward, all the financial information you're receiving, and the policies that you have approved. Remember, you don't all have to do it at once. Perhaps you're running a heritage project that's only open to the public for 2 months of the year. So some of those policies, some of those activities, you're only going to watch for those 2 months. And you'll find it similar in many organizations. A great tool is take a big flip chart page, divide it into 12 blocks, label each one of them for the month, January, February, March, and so on. What are we going to look at our November board meeting and write it in the November block? Then the July block. Now you've got a plan for the year, and you can balance out your monitoring and what you have to watch between the really busy months and the slower months to create a balanced approach for the year. Now you know what you're doing. Volunteers have to bring reports forward. When staff have to report on activities, they now, 6 months, 8 months in advance, know I need a report ready for the October board meeting for that activity. It's efficient, it's respectful of time, and it will make sure that you are watching everything you need to watch.